Good afternoon, students. It's great to be back here with you for another chapter. So this chapter is still within our customer service series. Maybe you will have a customer who will ask you about your company. Not all customer interactions are about products. Maybe you will be talking to a potential client. Well, in that case, it's really good to know how to talk about your company. If you want to follow along, you may do so. And you would turn your book to page 41. Let's begin. We will begin with vocabulary. When I talk, you talk. Do not watch this video without practicing English. When you practice English, these videos become so much more engaging and fun. Let's begin. We'll go here. Start up. Start up. Start up. A plant. A plant. Next. Overseas. Overseas. Very good. Next. Market. Market. Good. And expand. Expand. Very good. Finally, branch. 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 Okay, good. So, start up, a plant, overseas, market, expand, and branch. These vocabulary words are used every day in social media, on TV, and in conversation, because we use these words to talk about economics, to talk about business, to talk about shopping, and many other topics in English. Now let's try to understand what these mean. We'll go here with startup. So startup is a word we use when you talk about when your business was born. When you begin, the date that you began your business. So we're going to have overseas. Overseas is a different way of saying a foreign country. For example, Teacher Ken is a teacher from overseas, right? So any country that is not Thailand, you would say overseas. A plant. So we're not talking about a flower or a vegetable. No. We're talking about a factory, a place where things are made. Market. ไม่ใช่ตลาด. Market is a market can. This is not easy to explain. A market is an area of buying and selling. It's a category of buying and selling. For example, the technology market, the food market, the e-commerce market, the job market. So market isn't about a place. It's about people buying and selling, and that can be anywhere. That can be on the internet. It can be on a street or in a store. For example, if we are talking about Shopee, Lazada, eBay, AliExpress, well, we would say that these are part of the e-commerce market. Commerce means you go to the store to buy something. E-commerce means you go online to buy something. So if we say the word market, we're talking about a place where people buy and sell things online. All right. And next, branch. A branch is when you have more than one store. A really good example of this is going to be 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is an American company. Really, they are from Texas, United States of America. But they also have branches all around the world, mostly Japan and Thailand. So here are some pictures to kind of give you an example of what's going on. Here we have Line. A line company began in spring 2011. So the year 2011 is what? What do we say here? Yes, start up. Begin or establish a company. So Line was established in 2011. Next, is this Rojana? Maybe. This is a place where many people are making something. What do we call that? Yes, we call it a plant. So basically a factory. Now overseas, here we have Thailand. Overseas is when something is being made or done outside of your country. So here in Burma, for Thai people, this is overseas. Brunei, yep, this is over the sea. Over, and this is the sea. Australia is overseas. Tonga is overseas. North Korea is overseas. So, overseas in a foreign country. Next, market. And I'm so happy I have this picture to help explain. When we talk about market, we can talk about a region of the world. For example, here is Thailand, and this area is the Southeast Asian market. This area is the Asian market. This would be the European market, the African market. But what about Canada, the United States of America, and Mexico? What do we say for that? Well, this whole area is called the North American continent. So this is all North America. When we want to talk about what people are buying or selling, buy, zi, sell, kai. What people buy or sell here, we say the North American market. And let's look at technology, smartphones. So we can see here the top 3 smartphones that made up the North American cell phone market are the iPhone XR, the Galaxy S10 Plus, and the Galaxy S10e. So these 3 phone companies, they are dominating the market. Dominating. It means to be a winner. dominating, to be a winner. So Apple and Samsung, they are dominating the cell phone market in North America. Next is expand. Expand means bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is pretty big, right? Well, 7-Eleven, the first 7-Eleven is from here in Texas. Then they got another store and another store, then another store and another and another and another and another and now they're big. So expand means bigger, to have more stores around an area that's bigger. And we're going to use this picture for branch too. Branch means to open a store in a new area. Do you see what's happening here? If you want your business to become bigger, you need to branch. If you do not branch, you cannot get bigger. Simple. Okay, now let's talk about Canon. This entire lesson will be around Canon Camera Company. This camera here, this is called a DSLR. We'll talk more about this. Here are some questions and answers for talking about a business you will learn in today's lesson. I want you to think about you are an accountant at Canon Camera Company. Okay? That's your job. You are an accountant for Canon. That's a pretty cool job. So you meet someone and they ask you, when did Canon start up? What does that mean? When did Canon start up? Well, let me show you the picture. You see, students, the word when, we talk about the time. When we talk about when. So when could be 2013, 1917, no, I'm sorry, 1977, subject, 1937, subject. So this is the year, P, year. When we say the word when, we are asking about the year. Now, before I continue, I want you to look at this chart. It's really interesting. Do you remember this camera? Well, this camera is here in the green. DSLR, green. Look, this camera was not even made until 2003. 2003. That's what, 17 years ago? Sepchet Pilao. Canon Mi DSLR. But before that, no DSLR. Now look right here. This is very interesting. So 2003, we also see yellow, smartphone. Smartphone. You see, Steve Jobs invented the Apple iPhone in 2001, okay? Remember, the yellow is smartphone. So Steve Jobs invented the smartphone in 2001, and by 2003, more smartphones are being sold than anything else. More smartphones are being sold than film cameras, compact cameras, DSLR cameras. That is impressive. And you can see here, everybody is buying a smartphone for photography. This is not good for Canon. Canon does not make smartphones. Canon makes compact cameras, DSLR cameras, and mirrorless cameras. Well, there you go. So, what would you say? Well, this is the question, and this is the answer. Hey, when did Canon start up? Canon started up in, what do you think? In 1937 or 1939? Well, if you look at the graph here, you can't see that. The answer, 1937. So, when we say when, we're talking about the year, the date, or the time. In this case, we're talking about the year. Alright, so let's talk about location. When did Canon enter into the North American market? So we have some vocabulary here. Market. I'll teach you this word. I didn't want to give you too much vocabulary, but so I'll teach you this right now. This word means go to. When did Canon go to North America? That's what it means. When did Canon Company go to America, go to Canada, go to Mexico? That's what this question is saying. Can you say this too? Please copy me. When did Canon enter the North American market? Please rewind and play that again so you can practice. Well, the answer is going to be Canon entered into the North American market in what? What year do you think? 1955 or 1965? That's right, 1955. You can see here that we're using the past tense. Did. I'm sorry. No, go back. No, go back. Hey, no. What's going on here? Nope, no. Okay. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, go back. Okay. You can see here that we have did and ed. Not do, did. Mei chai do, did. Tam lao, did. Here, entered, bai lao. Mei chai bai lao, entered. So make sure that you are speaking in the past tense when asking and answering these questions. Alright, now we can go here. Where did Canon enter into the North American market? One more time. When did Canon enter into the North American market? Do you see the difference? Before I asked you when, now I ask you where. So where is about location. Here, where did Canon by Nika? This is what's asking. Canon by Tiao Nai. Where did Canon go? Did Canon go here to San Francisco? Here to Miami? Or here to New York? Wait. New York. Where? San Francisco, Miami, or New York? That's right, New York. So you would reply, they entered into the North American market in New York. They. Oh, now I understand. Do you understand too? When we say they, we're talking about the company or the person or the thing that we were talking about in the last sentence. So this sentence is about Canon. So in English, when you answer, you don't need to say the name again. You would just say they. Use the pronoun. Alright, let's continue. We're almost finished, by the way. Where did Canon build its first overseas plant? Remember, overseas means foreign country, and plant means factory. So this question is asking, where did Canon build a factory in a foreign country? So where do you think? Could it be Thailand in 1970? Or Taiwan in 1970? Thailand or Taiwan? What do you think? I would like you to answer in the comment section below. And I want you to write a full sentence. So you should say, Canon built its first overseas plant in where? In Thailand in 1970 or in Taiwan in 1970. Let's continue. Assignment, aka homework. For this homework, it's so easy. Get it done right here, right now. But if you are busy with your other classes, it's okay. You have until May 1st. I want you, in the comment section, give me your name, your student number, and I want you to write one sentence with one vocabulary word. Now, do not copy your classmates. If I see 2 or more people with the same sentence, you and those other students will get 0 points. Okay? Okay. I almost forgot that. Alright, let's learn how to talk. You are now ready to talk. I want you to imagine that you are at a conference. Now remember, you are accounting for Canon, and you will talk to somebody who is accounting for DTAC. So this is you, or if you're a girl in class, this is you, and you met this guy, and he is from DTAC. So DTAC, Canon, you. DTAC, Canon, DTAC, Canon. Alright, so he says, I'm interested to hear about the company you work for. Where did Canon start up? So what do you think? What should you say? Are we going to talk about the year? No. Not the year. We're going to talk about the location, the place. So in English, if you are thinking, you can say, when we're thinking, we say, and then here. It started up in, where did it start up? Tokyo. Yes, I didn't tell you that before. It's in your book. But yeah, so Canon, they started up in Tokyo. What does that mean? It means the first store, the first shop of Canon was in Tokyo. Okay, next. So he smiles and he says, interesting. When did it start up? Interesting. So This is something that you can say to let people know you like what they talk about. You know, like when you go to Facebook, someone has a post and you like their post, you click like. Well, you can let people know you like what they're talking about and that you want to hear more by saying the word interesting. Interesting. When did it start up? You will say in what? That's right. You're going to give me the year. In 1937. Okay, next. So he wants to know about right now. Will you expand to other countries? Will you expand to other countries? So he's asking, will Canon open a store or open a factory in a different country? And you can say, yes, we will be opening a branch in, now you want to say the city name, the city and the country, in Cape Town, South Africa. Finish. That wasn't so bad, was it? Well, you're finished. I want you to go ahead, get yourself a big burger. You did a good job today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did like this lesson, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to work on your project. Now, you're not alone. You have Google, you have your Thai teachers, you have your classmates. Use those resources. Try your best to teach yourself how to do the project. If you still need help, please come to me. You can send me an email and I will be happy to reply to you. Thank you again for coming to class. Do not forget to write your name and your student number in the comment section below. Peace.